Capricorn. It's your girl, Javy. High Priestess. Back at it again with the general tarot reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Libra season 2021, baby. Hydrate. Light it if you got it. Because first things first, Capricorn, it's getting better. It's getting better. But know that this is cardinal air. It's like a blow dryer being directed at the desert floor, like the ground. It's like all your dust is getting kicked up in some way. So you may be feeling very sensitive. You may be feeling sensitive. You also may be feeling territorial. You may be feeling very easily agitated. So know that knowing's half the battle. If you're feeling consistently agitated, check in with yourself. Also, check in with Patreon. They get everything first. Patreon.com/justjeverything. Please check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising for all of the detailed messages. Everything's rolling out smoothly, slowly, kind of, to be honest. Also, for daily tarot readings, check out my Instagram, justj_everything. And for other dope shit that I do, my website, justjeverything.com. Thank you. I love you. Just wait for it. That full moon in Pisces on the 20th of September was a doozy. It was a closing out of a lunar cycle for all of us. And and I'm sure that you're still experiencing some healing effects from it. It may not have felt very healing in the moment. Ooh, yeah. There you guys are, showing up quick in the reading. There's restrictions coming up, and you may be really restricted from saying something that you really want to say, or there may have been some argument or altercation, or there's something that you're really needing to get off the fence about. Do I take those? No. Let me get through these notes. All right. On the 29th, today, the Sun, which is in Libra, trines your ruling planet, Saturn, which is retrograde in Aquarius. And there are aha moments, like Ace of Swords style moments coming in, where very like Sword of Truth kind of vibes. That's funny for different reasons. I wrote these notes weeks ago, and I just wrote Sword of Truth vibes. Those of you who know. Anyway, there is this clarity about yourself that you're seeking out. Your true colors coming out. Other people's true colors becoming very clear. Understanding previous hardships and previous connections or disconnections or previous restrictions. And it's like the understanding isn't this painful, jarring thing. It's just like Libra season is like, okay, this dust is just kicking up. I can mask up. I can protect myself from this. I know how to handle this. It's like you're able to see it. And so I think that's what, and there's also this song called Dust by Helios. Check it out. Pause. You can listen to it now if you want to. That just came through. So go listen to Dust by Helios. It's on Spotify. And, there's some heaviness in that song. I'm not sure why, but there's a lot that I'm like going through the lyrics in my mind. But I hope that does something for somebody. Either way, it'll get you moving. It's really good. Listen to it on either good headphones or something with like good bass. On October 1st, Mercury retrograde in Libra will be squaring Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. And shh, be quiet. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Don't react. There's definitely going to be tension. Tension within yourself, tension with people with Gemini, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, and Capricorn placements. But it's just going to be like, shh. You're already going to be sensitive and easily agitated. So it may just be harder to be quiet. And I'm just letting you know, like, don't take the bait. Also, like, choose your battles real wisely, Capricorn. Sun, moon, and rising. I love you. Just, that's something that's, and also, like, you wouldn't have to be in these battles, or you wouldn't have to choose these battles if you would get yourself maybe in a more, or in a situation with more like-minded people in some way. I don't know what's that for, but hey, do what you do. On October 6th, Pluto finally goes direct in Capricorn, and it's like, yay, progress. Making what's meant for bad into good is how that feels. October 10th, Saturn, your ruling planet, goes direct in Aquarius. Woohoo! I'm not putting that on. But hooray, it's like freedom. Freedom. That's how it feels. Freedom. So move freely about the cabin and stabilize at the same time. That's what's like, you're finding new footing because all this dust is kicking up. And so it's going to impact your sight. You may not be able to, Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising. What's happening is you may not be able to rely on your sight. You may not be able to rely on what you're seeing, on what people are saying. You may be pushed into a period of really having to rely on your intuition, to rely on your gut, to rely on what your body is trying to tell you. You're going to have to weigh different scales, or you're going to have to weigh the scales differently, because how it looks on the surface, how you want it to look on the surface, it's like the jig of something is up. That's how that feels. It feels like the jig is up. And you can't rely on the optics, or there's just something where you're needing to trust in your intuition, babe. Seven of Wands being the first card out. The first thing to be clarified on the Selenite throne, I gotta check the camera, is the Seven of Wands, and you may be in defense mode. And you being in defense mode is because there may be some sort of opposition. And if you can't rely on your sight, then how do you draw your weapons? You may need to learn how to fight in a different way. You may need to learn how to protect yourself in a different way. There may be something about fighting more fairly, or having more productive conversations. Really needing to maintain the high ground that you've gained. Some of you are really like, you've gotten a footing. You're like used to defending yourself this way. You're used to, like, I don't know, your heels are dug into something. And there is this need to really pay attention to your defense mechanisms. But also, are your defenses down? Are you defending yourself enough? Are you being a doormat? Are you needing to stand up for yourself? Are there cycles that need to be broken in regards to how you defend yourself or how you fight? Maybe you're tired of fighting with someone, or maybe you're tired of fighting for something. But either way, it's time to acknowledge, is your internal security system too sensitive? Is it too easily engaged? And when it engages, do you shut down and become a doormat or a yes man, or a just like allow yourself to be taken advantage of? Or when that security system engages, do you fight and like push people away, or are you being too cold, or like really? And you know what? It's gonna happen. Like different people are gonna bring out different people are gonna trigger different defenses. And pay attention to that. surround yourself with like people that you notice you can let your defenses down with. Because 5 of Cups being the next card out in Libra season, you guys may be really having to fight yourself. You may be, some of you may be fighting sadness, regret, remorse, loss, grief, seasonal depression, anxiety. Some of you may be fighting a desire to relapse in some way, or maybe someone you love has relapsed, or maybe you're having to defend someone, or maybe you're really defending some toxic connections, defending some toxic behaviors. Some of you, there is I'm going to just say this. Some of you have habits that you're not realizing are like addictive or addictive qualities. Like there may be some addictive tendencies that need to be explored. There may be some, and don't get it twisted, addiction comes in alcoholism, drug abuse, but it also, like, some of you may be addicted to rejection. Some of you may be addicted to fighting, or addicted to anger, or addicted to just the positivity, needing everything to just look a certain way, regardless of how it is behind the curtain. Some of you, I feel like, are really or there may be things like emotional conflict. There may be situations with people that you love deeply and that love you deeply, but there are just bridges that are either getting burned or need to be burned or can't get crossed. There's difficulty crossing some bridge emotionally. And some people are dealing with alcoholism. This could be like third-party situations, trying to get over when maybe somebody cheated, trying to get over maybe when there could be issues even in like open relationships, polyamorous relationships. There could have been some like weird third-party situation that maybe it's like your polyamory didn't go well, or your attempt at it didn't go well, your attempt at opening up the relationship didn't go well, or there are things that you wish you could have done better, or mistakes that were made, and or ways that you've hurt your partner or partners. And it's like, yeah, the love's there, but there may be a lot of regret. There may be a lot of remorse. And I think like this is a part of this dust that's getting kicked up. There's old emotional conflicts that you're really like being forced to look at in a different way, because you have Cancer in your shadow, baby. Like you got the psychic shit too. You just have to like feel it. It just comes to you in your body, versus like this cerebral or like ethereal vision that you get to have. Like for most of you, it's something like you don't feel good, or like your stomach starts to hurt, or like it, and you're not like you get a headache or something of that nature. It's like or a certain body part starts to ache before, you know what I mean? It's like your intuition hits maybe in a very physical way. And there may be those of you who are really needing to cope with loss, or cope with shadow, or face the shadow, or balance this shadow in a different way. It can't just be by way of like, oh God, my shirt, the 7 of grams. It's like, it can't just be you just smoke to, or you fuck the pain away, or you like go out with friends, or you do some like plant ceremony, or you know, or You know, it's just like, pay attention. Make sure the shit is authentic. Yeah. Five of Cups to the Three of Cups. There's definitely some grief or some issues going on in your friend group. And it makes sense. But it will alleviate because Pluto is going direct, Saturn is going direct, Jupiter is going to be going direct soon enough. And you may be really fearing the winter or fearing what's to come. And it's just like, you're only fearing it because you know everything is about to change. And you know that there is this intensification coming in your relationships. There is like a deeper form of intimacy because there's a deeper kind of honesty being displayed here. Going from the 5 to the 3, so there is something about that third party situation possibly for some of you. Maybe you're exploring, and what this looks like is like you're learning the lessons. I feel like some of you are learning the lessons from past attempts, specifically those of you who subscribe to polyamory and are in open relationships or solo polyamory or whatever. It's like you're figuring out how to do it better. You're figuring out how to do it the right way. Or there may be people coming around that really like are great examples, or you have like you're just like your hope gets restored in friendships. And so this is not just for polyamorous people, this is for everybody, but there is something about an evolution in who you surround yourself with, and who that evolution and who you surround yourself with is based off healing. It's based off healing this shadow, this darkness, this heaviness, this intensity. Pluto has been retrograde in your sign for so long, and there's so much emotional gunk and things coming to light, and insecurities and fear, especially within how you make money, especially within your friend group, and your hopes and wishes and desires and who you connect with, and all of these big changes. And some of you, I feel like, are really leveling up, but it's at the cost of like really seeing some truth in your personal life. Yes. 5 of Cups to the 3 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, the Star. Yes, 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 yes. 5, 3, 2. I like that. It makes me, I just heard level up. 5, level up. Yeah. When I'm not a Sierra person. 8 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. 3 of Swords underneath that. 8 of Cups reversed. Oh God, with the 10 of Pentacles reversed. But then the 6 of Wands. Okay, and so I'm giving you a lot because this felt heavy, and it's supposed to. And it's not, it's funny that I wore this shirt, and I don't wear a lot of black shirts when I'm filming. Anyway, it's like there wasn't a lot of thought that went into it. It was, and it's just interesting, the black shirt and then the black cloak. I do feel like there is a certain looping in your mind, a certain restriction that has been caused by pain, that you've been afraid of hurting people, or you've been holding back your words, or the words that you're saying aren't being received well, or you're like tired of arguing, tired of looping, tired of perpetuating this cycle of pain. And it's putting you in a position where you've got to move. You've got to move on. You've got to move forward. You've got to, it's like you're keeping yourself stuck when you know that you need to move on, or you know you need to stop something, or you know that you need to follow your heart or listen to your gut. The 8 of Cups is all about leaving your comfort zone, leaving whatever has been established, and pursuing your dreams. And so some of you have been really, really stuck in your head, and really like in a position where you feel like your hands are tied in some way. And it may be in regards to family, chosen family, work, your idea of success, like groups, projects. In regards to like, you may be being really even like stuck in what to do financially, stuck in what to do with, what to do about your family, people that you considered family. But understand that all of this upheaval is happening so that you can move forward. Some of you guys are moving soon, and you need to stop worrying about the move. Start really like getting specific with the divine about what you want. Because this is public success and recognition. And if you do go it alone, or if you do it your way, or it's like you will be successful. So stop like worrying about it. You wouldn't worry about it so much if you would listen, and if you would get quiet enough to listen to what the divine is trying to tell you. If you would stop with the distractions and stop taking on roles and stop taking on responsibilities and just stop for a minute. It's like the dust will settle. All the dust that gets kicked up, if you just stop. You know when like dust is kicked up and you just keep going and it just like makes it worse? Just stop. The dust will settle. And you get divinely guided directly to what you want. Directly. There may be someone with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius placements that you're getting over something with, or there's some sort of like deep healing or deep pain that's being caused by maybe somebody with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio placements. I do feel like people with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio placements in your life right now are like wanting to have fun, or they're wanting, be careful because there may be people who just want to like party around you, or people who just want you to be happy, or they just want you in a certain kind of spirit, and you're like, yo, I've got like shit to do. I've got like, there's multiple streams of income that I could be making, and there's if I fuck around and really manage my time well, I can really get what I want. And that's what this is about. Be sure to join in on Patreon, patreon.com/justjeverything for the rest of this, because we are about to dive in to the plunge. I love you. You got this. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.